Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of Redemptive History is about Judah Part 1 from the third book of Redemptive History series, The Unquenchable Lamp of the Covenant. When we look in the genealogy of Jesus Christ in Matthew chapter 1, after Jacob, there is Judah. In Matthew 1 verses 2 to 3, it says, Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zerah. First, Judah failed to keep the purity of his faith by marrying a Gentile woman. Out of the 12 sons, Jacob loved Joseph more than all his sons because he was the son of his old age. Joseph would tell on his brother's mistakes to his father Jacob. Because of this, his brothers were very displeased with him. One day, when they were taking care of the sheep in the field, Joseph came on an errand to bring back a report on the welfare of his brothers. His brothers stripped Joseph of his varicolored tunic and threw him into the pit. At that time, there was a brother of Joseph who suggested that they sell Joseph instead of killing him, and that was Judah. And because of this suggestion, the brothers sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites, and they took Joseph down to Egypt. After this incident, Judah was stricken with guilt for selling his brother, even though he did not kill him. And so he left his brothers and went to Adullam in Canaan. And this is in Genesis chapter 38, verse 1. In Canaan, Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her. The Hebrew verbs for saw, took, and went into her in this passage are all in the kel, while consecutive in perfect form, and all imply that Judah saw her through the eyes of the flesh, liked her, and immediately married her. Because Judah took a Gentile woman simply for her physical appearance and thus failed to keep the purity of his faith, he brought tragedy upon his household. Abraham had previously informed Isaac not to take a wife from the daughters of the Canaanites, and this is in Genesis 24, verse 3. Therefore, Judah's act of taking a daughter from the Canaanites as his wife was a terrible mistake. Everyone, marriage between a man and a woman is not something to be considered lightly. The purpose of a marriage is to create a family that fulfills God's covenant for a lifetime in God's blessings. So a saint must marry a believer. If this is not done and an unbeliever marries a believer, the unbeliever will tempt the believer to forsake God and serve other gods, and eventually this will end up in destruction. This is testified in the Bible in Deuteronomy 7 verses 1 through 4. It says, When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you go to possess, and has cast out many nations before you, the Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when the Lord your God delivers them over to you, you shall conquer them and utterly destroy them. You shall make no covenant with them, nor show mercy to them, nor shall you make marriages with them. You shall not give your daughter to their son, nor take their daughter for your son, for they will turn your sons away from following me to serve other gods. So the anger of the Lord will be aroused against you and destroy you suddenly. Everyone, when it says serve other gods, that does not just mean serving idols. When we love money more than God, that money becomes an idol or a god in our hearts. When we love honor in this world more than God, then that honor becomes another god. Beloved saints, what I pray is that through marriage that pleases God, that we will not forsake God or leave him, and that we will create a family of faith that fulfills God's covenant. I bless in the name of the Lord.